Namaskar. Firstly, I apologize for I cannot speak in Telugu, so I will try to speak in English. Firstly, my pranam to all Dharmacharyas, Dharma Gurus, and I am thankful to the organizers of this spectacular event, the International Hindu Dharmic Sammelan. I am here to inform you about the state of condition of West Bengal and in fact the entire Eastern India. That is West Bengal, Assam and Northeast, and also North Bihar and part of Jharkhand, that is eastern part of Jharkhand. In the whole area, really Muslim aggression and expansion is going on unabated. Please try to understand the city people, the urban people, they are worried about the Islamic or jihadi terrorist activism, terrorist attacks. But we are not worried about those terrorist attacks. Because in the remote rural areas, the terrorists, they do not attack in the remote rural areas. The terrorist target is the urban area. But the common, very poor common Hindus live in the villages, in the remote villages. They are victim of the aggression and atrocities, not of the Al-Qaeda or Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists, but of the common Muslim who are their neighbor for hundreds of years. And their forefathers, their ancestors are also Hindus, but the Muslims' indoctrination is such that the moment they converted into Muslim, they start thinking their neighbor Hindu as their enemy. And not only that, they increase their number like anything. Many people love to believe that every Muslim problem is due to the Bangladeshi Muslims. But it is not true. You must understand that yes, lakhs and lakhs of millions and millions of Muslims are coming from Bangladesh into India via West Bengal. But in the West Bengal, in the remote rural areas, where the Bangladeshi Muslims will get job, the Hindus themselves, they come from the rural areas to urban areas. Therefore, how Bangladeshi Muslims will get job there? Therefore, all the Bangladeshi Muslims, they live in Kolkata or surrounding, and then they spread all over India. Even in your South India, the Bangladeshi Muslims are in millions. In Kerala, I just last September I visited Kerala, northern Kerala. There I saw that every restaurant, every hotel has Bangladeshi workers, Bangladeshi Muslim staff. In northern Kerala, in Kozhikode, in Malappuram, in Kasaragod, everywhere you go, you will see Bangladeshi Muslim staff in all restaurants and hotels and all shops. And likewise in Karnataka, the Kurg coffee producing area, there are Bangladeshi Muslim laborers, they are in thousands in the Kurg area. And in Bangalore and Hyderabad like cities, big cities, there are all the housemaids, the servants in the households, they are Bangladeshi Muslims. Therefore, the Bangladeshi Muslims are actually the problem of the entire India, not of the West Bengal. In our West Bengal, we are facing the aggression and atrocities of our neighboring Muslims. And their number has increased now to 30%. You can see great Shiv Sena movement in Maharashtra. You can see even in your Telangana, Raja Singh Thakur. But you must remember Tarkeshwar temple, the famous Shiva temple of West Bengal, our Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee made one Muslim MLA Minister Firhad Hakim as the Tarkeshwar temple and town development trust chairman. One Muslim has been made the temple development committee chairman by our state government. Why? Only because of that 30% Muslim vote back. And in our West Bengal, the appeasement has crossed all limits. Just one example, 99% of Muslims have been accorded reservation under OBC quota. That means the original Hindu OBCs, they are now totally deprived of their OBC reservation quota. Since you cannot, due to Supreme Court's rule, you cannot include the Muslims into SC quota. Therefore, astonishingly, this trip also started from this Andhra Pradesh, if you remember. First, Muslims are included into OBC quota from United Andhra Pradesh about 10 years back. And our Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee took the clue and gave all the Muslims, 99% Muslims, reservation under OBC quota. And in this way, the appeasement is going on and going on. And at present, everywhere the rural, poor, particularly weaker section of Hindus, they are facing atrocities and they have no other way to fight back. Somebody may think there may be political solution, but we don't think so. Somebody may argue that in Assam there are 34% Muslims, and they brought the BJP government. Yes, in Assam BJP government has been established, but don't think that the Hindus' problem has been totally solved due to the BJP government. It cannot be, particularly in the lower Assam area. That is the western part of Assam, Dhubri, Barpeta, Gwalpara, Nagaon, Maregaon, these areas totally Muslim majority districts. And the government cannot put one police camp in front of every Hindu houses. Therefore, we think, and we took this nation, we learned this nation from Mahabharata, from Kurukshetra. In the Kurukshetra war, ultimately the Pandavas won. The Pandavas got back their kingdom, but without any price. The Pandavas also had to pay the price. Even Abhimanyu, the Arjuna's dear son, he was killed. Therefore, it is the teaching of Bhagavan Sri Krishna that you have to pay the proper price for everything you want. Therefore, now we did not pay price for our land. Therefore, we became refugee from East Bengal. At least 3 crores of Hindus they came to West Bengal or India, became penniless refugee, and at that time our forefathers, they were under the illusion of Nehru and Gandhi, and they did not fight and they gave away the land. And again that situation is going to be repeated if we don't behave otherwise. Even after 1947, the disastrous partition of India, after 43 years of 1947, we Hindus have lost Kashmir. The same story. We did not fight. Therefore, in West Bengal, we a bunch of young persons, we decided decided this time we have to fight. We not get defeated, we have to fight. Without fighting, we cannot protect our land. Therefore, we formed a small organization that is Hindu Samhati. It is purely non-political, social Hindu defense organization. It is now running 10 years, and with our help, at least 5,000 villages, Hindu boys are now organized, and they are organized to physically take on the Muslim atrocities, the cow slaughtering, the woman snatching, the rapes, the love jihads, the land jihads, for against everything. Our youths are now ready to fight, and they are fighting. And we have to pay the price of it. And therefore, our boys are being jailed regularly. Our boys are being slapped, cases, many times false cases. I had to go to jail for 6-7 times during last 10 years. But we taught our boys, taking the lesson from Mahabharata. If Bhagavan Sri Krishna refused to save Arjuna from his putra Shoka, then how can you expect that Bhagavan come down and he will save you, he will protect your land? Therefore, get ready for the Kurukshetra, and a great war is awaiting. Just 1 hour back, Dr. Swami said, when Duryodhana refused to accept the Krishna package, then there was Kurukshetra. And now see, that time there was 2 kings or 2 kingdoms. Now there are no kings. Now people are king. Therefore, now the war will be not a royal war. Now since people are king, therefore now the war will be civil war. And we must be ready to face it. Otherwise, we have to lose our land. Therefore, in this way, we are organizing, we are preparing our youth to whatever political party may come, we should not depend on them. Is it not the same for the Hindus that being 80% in a country, they have to depend upon the police and military for their self-protection? Even in our West Bengal, we are 70%. Is it not, will it not be the same for us that we will have to depend upon the government and police for our self-protection, to protect the honor of our women? Therefore, we are inspiring the Hindu youths, the Bengali Hindu youths in this way, and we believe in fighting, we believe in self-resistance, and our self-resistance and self-defense war is going on. I seek blessing of all of you. Pranam.